everyone, and welcome here tonight to Darlington International Race and the Whiplash Media pre-race show here tonight at Darlington, South Carolina. Getting ready to go racing. It is playoff cutoff time here for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series. Again, thank you to Whiplash Media for providing all the camera packs you see on tonight's broadcast here for Extreme TV. In the booth with me, hopefully he can hear me here. In the booth with us here tonight, we got a newcomer into Extreme TV. I want to give a big welcome and thank you to Mr. Brandon Main. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Brandon, buddy. Well, it's going to be a heck of a race here tonight. It is playoff night here. We're going to kind of cut the field down to size per se for the playoffs. And we're going to take a look at the points and where they come in. I mean, you talked about this prior to the show, but take a look at this for you guys at home. Take a look at that 12 number. Kristen Ferris and Mr. Jacob Warbley, those two locked in step together. But Nicholas Post and Alan Wilson, they're not safe either. That's going to be 4 cars under a blanket. I feel like to a lesser degree. What about Josh there, Brandon? He's 97 points out as well, so he's right there at 229. These guys all within about a 10-point gap. They cannot afford to have a big night or a bad night here, Brandon.
No, they cannot, Matt.
Yeah, that's... Okay, you raced a lot on here. You do lead racing. What would be your mindset coming into this one, knowing that you cannot afford to have a big or a bad night and still go contend for a championship?
Try to start up front, keep the car clean, and just be there in the end.
I think that's going to be, I agree with you, Darlington, especially being there at the end of the race. That's probably going to be the biggest thing they can do, right?
Yeah. Kind of all you can do here at this track.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be more of keeping it clean. And you see the 24, Skylar Grissom, he's having all kinds of problems. And I want to point out, if you haven't already noticed, we're in Darlington. That means throwback paint schemes tonight. We're going to see some great ones. The 4 machine, the old Kurt Busch Sharpie car, I believe, is the one he's piloting here tonight. For Luke G. Duran, our last week winner of Luke G. Duran. Let's see, we got Brian Underwood right there in the 77. Fastest on the board here tonight. Luke G. Alan Wilson coming off a pit road. Good qualifying effort for Alan. Put him in the top 5. That's what he needs to do. Kind of secure his spot for the playoff hopes here as we go into well, actually 2 weeks from now. We got an off break next week after the regular season. Have ourselves a little bit of an off break before we get into the actual playoffs here. But it's going to be a lot of fun here as well. And before we go any further tonight, I want to give a big shout out and thank you. And unfortunately, I had to replace our hard drive today, so I have 0 logos loaded for these guys. But thank you to Warrior Wraps, Grid Finder, Future Designs, Next Level Racing, everyone that makes this series happen. I appreciate y'all coming on board. Again, unfortunately, I don't have their logos available to me for the broadcast tonight due to, well, a hard drive failure and replacement. So that was fun, right? Getting to do computer stuff all day. But a brand new sponsor as well. Our brand new grand sponsor for this, probably the next 6 months or so on the channel. It's going to be Uniformity Tees. Thank you to those guys. And again, their subsection of that, Sim Tees. And let's just kind of talk about what that entails. Of course, I've already ordered mine today. We talked to Ryan, some of the great guys over there at Uniformity Tees and Sim Tees. Already ordered mine. But if you're looking for a great polo shirt, embroidery, they got some great designs over there with Uniformity Tees. And I will tell you what, a little side note to you. I usually don't do this, but they're, I guess you would call it their graphics design girl over there, Miss Kylie over there. Man, does she do a great job? I gave her a logo that was probably one of the hardest logos that she ever worked on, and she knocked it out of the park with a great deal on the polo tee. Again, for new customers, setup is now only $10, folks. For $10, you can get everything started to set up, and I tell you what, it should be a lot of fun to see their business take off. And again, Uniformity Keys will be our brand new grand sponsor here at Extreme Sim TV. The great people over there with Mr. Ryan Lewis and Miss Kylie taking care of you there. But we have to go to Darlington, South Carolina tonight, folks, and we have to go decide who is going to go to the playoffs here in just a couple of weeks. So this should be a good race. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are at home as well. Well, me and Brandon's going to get ready here. We're going to send you guys over to our national anthem. When we come back, it's going to be qualifying here at Darlington. Sorry about that, folks. That did not work entirely at all as it normally does. Again, replace the hard drive, so it kind of, a lot of things not working the way they should right now. It's going to be a long day for tomorrow. Get everything back and working order. But hey, that's not necessarily a bad thing. We're going to go ahead and continue on with some pre-race coverage. What about the 88 here? Josh here running 7th. Michael Bustle 10th in practice. You've been out there on track as well, Brandon. What have you noticed about the ARCA cars here?
The ARCA cars here, they are very slick today. I could not get the car to get off pit road to save my life. The back end just wanted to get out behind me.
Well, folks, Extreme Sim TV has a test car here at Darlington. I think we've already went through about 2 or 3 backup cars that we brought with us, Brandon.
We went through about 5 or 6.
Yeah. Man, you're hurting my pocketbook, man. I don't know if I can keep placing these backup cars, buddy.
I'm paying for them. Don't worry.
You're going to pay for the backup cars?
I'm going to pay for them right out of pocket. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm going to have to talk to Texas Family Racing because that's where I get my chassis from. So I'm going to be replacing a lot of chassis here, breaking them here tonight. But I don't think you're the only one that's going to break some sheet metal here tonight, Brandon.
Oh, I'm sure I'm not.
I've
ran this track in the cup cars and the trucks, and it is very difficult in 3 and 4.
Well, man, I tell you what, I wish we had some of the guys in Discord to talk to them, but unfortunately, they're busy. You see Bustle eating a fence there in the Wrangler 15 here tonight. And I mean, it is going to be a great night here this evening. We're just kind of in a holding pattern. We got 33 seconds to go before the race here tonight at Darlington. So, we are ready. Are you ready, Brandon?
I am ready. And the 15 misses his pit box here in practice.
That could be a harbinger of things to come if you're not careful. Sliding that box can be a big issue for these drivers here tonight at a place like Darlington. It could definitely get you. Everybody in chat, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe for me, as always. But right now, we're going to next level racing qualifying here tonight on Extreme Sim TV. We will see where everybody's going to line up in just a moment. Out there, time machine ready to go. Everybody ready to fire it up here. Josh back there as well. Skylar Grissom out there, he had problems in practice. He's going to try to recover here in the race. There's young Foskett in a 47 Ford machine. Josh on track as well in the 88, rolling out at the very moment. So after practice here, Brandon, who are you going to go with? Who's your pick for tonight's race?
My pick for tonight, I'm going to have to go with that 77.
You're going to go Brian Underwood. That's not a bad choice at all. Brian, a great driver. Man, that's actually a pretty solid choice. Well, you're taking away a good choice here. Who am I going to go?
What about you, Matt? What's your pick tonight?
Man, oh man, who am I going to go? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Luke G. Duran comes out here to Darlington and makes it 3 in a row.
Oh, and the 77's in the wall during qualifying.
Well, there you go. There's your luck. You already gave him bad luck. Already giving poor Brian Underwood some bad luck. Underwood out there. Steve Singer, he's been impressive throughout the season. Grissom's got to get his year turned back in the right direction. And if what you said rings true here in the practice, I don't think he's going to be too happy with tonight. Another one I want to look at there, Brandon, too, is Lawrence at the top of the board right now. Now, he has had multiple top 2 finishes. Get this, man, he has finished top 2 multiple times and has not come away with the win yet. He's had everything go wrong that can. Underwood hard in the inside wall. Well, there's another backup car. But, yeah, Lawrence, man, he has had some horrible luck throughout the year. So we'll get ready to go. 2:30 left on the board, folks. Luke G. Duran, top of the board. The number 4 goes to the top. There we go.
I'm looking right now where everybody is currently sitting, and it looks like my pick is not even doing good right now.
Your pick's going to have to figure it out in a hurry.
My pick is going to have to figure something out very quick.
Because your pick's not doing it very well tonight here.
Nope.
But we'll get ready to rock and roll here. Luke Duran up there. Well, as everyone else. And what a night it has been already. Well, what do you think, Brandon? You're sitting here and you're in these cars, getting ready to go racing here. And you're getting ready to go racing. You're at Darlington. You got to make the playoffs. What is your biggest fear, I guess you would say, if you were in one of these cars right now?
Just getting involved in an early wreck and ruining it. All it takes is one early wreck here, and your race is over.
Yeah, I think so. And right now, the 4 car on pit road, Brandon, Brendan Shirley, top of the board, great run.
And he is broken into the 29.9s.
Yeah, great run for him here. And very impressed there for Mr. Brandon, top of the board. Mr. Brandon Shirley right there. What about Alan Wilson? That's one of the cars we had to keep our eye on here because of the point situation. Good deal for him. Right now, a good starting spot.
Yeah, he's in the 29.9s as well.
And listen, man, I know he wants to go win the race, right? That is the thing you want to do, right, as a driver. But I'm going to say this. Tonight, he does not need to do that. He just needs to have a good run and maintain that points position. Well, we are done with qualifying. What do you say? We get ready to go to our uniformity tees starting grid. What do you say about that?
I'd say let's do it.
All right, here we go. Your uniformity tees starting lineup. It's going to be Brandon Shirley out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He's going to be rolling up alongside Alan Wilson out of Noblesville, Indiana, trying to get himself into the playoffs. Luke G. Duran of just Augusta, Georgia. He's going to be rolling from third, strong race car, alongside Steve Singer out of Rochester, New York. Row number 3, it's Benjamin Shelton and out of Lynchville, Kentucky, trying to battle his way into the playoffs. Jacob Warbley there as well. Mr. Jim Foskett rolls off 7th out of Burnsville, North Carolina. Going to be Michael Bussell in the 15th. In row number 5, out of Kentucky, Mr. Tristan Paris rolls 9th. In 10th, Greenville, North Carolina, the Dark Knight, Lawrence. Going to try to finally turn that luck around to get him a win here tonight. In row number 6, out of Sonora, California, it's Nicholas Bolicki and Brian Rose. Row number 7, out of LaPonte, Indiana, it's going to be Brian the Man Underwood alongside Bruce Pearson. Row number 8, out of Florence, Alabama, he is the piloter of that number 24 machine, Mr. Skylar Grissom, and alongside out of New York, Nicholas Post. Out of Four Oaks, North Carolina, it's going to be Josh Glenn, rolling off 17th, beside Josh Penn, there 18th. And there you go, 18 cars, Brandon, here tonight.
18 cars, Matt. There is a big field here for Darlington tonight.
163 laps to settle it and decide who rolls into the playoffs here tonight.
I was going through that starting grid with you myself, Matt, and I really like the scheme on the 48.
And let's go take a look at the scheme, because unfortunately it didn't auto go through it like normal, but let's go see if we can go. Ooh, I like it too. Cobalt, man. Some great tools, that Lowe's Cobalt machine. Tell you what, Cobalt, I learned my lesson on buying cheap tools. Yeah, I tried to cheap out and buy some drill bits, and it bit me in the butt. I broke a whole box trying to do something. Literally a whole set pretty much broke. Because I bought cheap drill bits. Yep. Lesson learned, don't buy cheap drill bits. Nicholas Bolicki not going to make the start here tonight.
The pace car has dived off.
Alrighty, man, it's your first broadcast, and as I always do, I'm going to hand the start over to you. Bring them to green, brother.
I get to call the start?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, the green flag is in the air here at Darlington, and they are going to be double file going into turn 1.
There we go. Under green here, underway. Double file into turn 1. Out front, the 85 machine takes over. Turley going to jump out ahead. Right behind him, Alan Wilson. Great start for both those drivers.
That it was, Matt, and they are slowly already pulling away from the pack.
And look at Luke. He's dropped a third already, but, you know, Luke, again, won last week. Right now, dropped a third early in the going here. And I think
and the 85 spins it coming out of 4 just about.
Oh, the 85. We'll get back to him here. A little bit of trouble to the 85. One car way low there. There's the 89.
And the 47 sliding coming out of 2.
Oh, trouble on the racetrack.
Caution is out on the track.
Oh, we got a big mess. Lawrence caught up in it.
We got a big wreck.
Man, oh man, you just said it, Jim was out of shape. Caution had already come out, folks. But we've got a banger of an incident over here on the back straightaway. And we're going to take a look at the Extreme Sim TV replay here tonight. And take a look as it was, you said Jim got sideways. And right here it goes. And remember I told you Lawrence has had the horrible luck all season? Look right there. He gets collected. Michael Bussell spins his car out on his own. Behind that, also involved. So Bussell was back here, and if you watch this, Bussell was all by him, really not involved. And it just went really wrong here. You see Jim get out of shape. Jim's going to go around. The 15 gets into the back, and just a ton of issues off of turn 2.
Yeah, looks like Jacob in the 15 got into it, just coming out of 2.
Yeah, look,
And the 47 was already spinning, and then everything just went downhill from there.
Warbley, look at Warbley, man. With Jacob Warbley in the 51. And keep in mind, that is your playoff bubble driver. And early on, bustle all over him. But look at the 51 of Warbley, man. Jacob does a great job. Keeps that M&M's 51 off the wall. Great drive by him to keep that car off the wall. That could have been a lot worse for Jacob here if he hadn't kept that car off that wall. His playoff hopes would have been pretty much done, I think. Luke G. Duran still started third here tonight, still up near the front of the field during our first caution of the evening here on Extreme Sim TV. We continue to rock and roll early on, and what a night it has been already here tonight, folks. Big incident as I came out of turn number 2 to bring this yellow flag out. The next level caution here at lap 4 of 160 complete. Luke G. Duran continued to run
It does look like we have some pit road takers here, Matt. The 48, the 15, and the 51 are all going to be on pit road.
Well, there you go. And all but, let's see. I don't think the 48 had any damage, right? I think he was clear. So that makes sense, right? You got a lot of guys coming down pit road that got wrapped up in that.
And Matt, I really hate to break it to you, man, but we do have the 9 in here for a driver interview, it looks like.
Oh, yes. This ought to be good. Let's see if we can get him down here. Let's see. I'll get over and see if I can get him.
Lawrence is bringing Matt up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, boys. How we doing tonight?
I would say we were doing good, Mr. Black Hat of this league. Well, tonight kind of started off like, well, how it's ended for you the last little bit, just no luck.
Yeah, well, I kind of knew that we were going to have absolutely no shot at anything tonight. But hey, we made 3 whole laps, Matt, and that's a little victory. I just wanted to say hi to you guys, and thanks for putting on the broadcast. I probably wasn't be able to stick around the whole race anyway. The High Side boys are in the middle of a spa 24-hour race, but just want to say hello and shout out to my mom if she has turned the stream on at this point, because I told her to come watch and then proceeded to immediately wreck.
Wait, we can't let you go on that one. You told your mom to come watch your race, and then you proceeded to immediately tear up the race car.
Well, in my defense, I was caught up in somebody else's stuff. We're not going to throw any blame because that one, they had nowhere to go. They were wrecking everywhere. They were wrecking everywhere. So, yeah. I told moms to come in and tune in, and I told her, actually, I sent her the link, and then my second message after that was, don't expect much, and she got 3 whole laps. So. Shouts to mom.
There you go, man. Well, I will tell you what, I'll let you go. But man, Lawrence, hopefully your season gets better. And don't forget, you got to race me next season. Don't forget about that.
I got to race you next season?
Yeah, there's a hint in that if you'll figure it out. But I'm coming to drive.
This car has dipped off.
But I'll let you go, buddy. Best of luck.
All right, have a good call, boys.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Coming to green this time
green
by.
Flag racing here at Darlington.
Good call there, Brandon. And look who's out front.
79 is off. And 79 got a great restart there, Matt.
Yeah, that's Allen there. And remember, if we go back to our sheet over here, what we're looking at with the playoffs, you look at Allen. We said he had to have a good run, right? He was right there on that bubble. Well, out front, that's the way to do it, right?
Yeah, that it is. If you can just keep the car out front, stay out of the wrecks that are happening behind you, you should have a good shot at winning this thing.
Well, he is going to continue to lead right now as we're going to cycle through some of ours. Steve Singer back here in the 6. What about Benjamin Shelton in the 21 machine? Having a good run here tonight as well. There is Mr. Benjamin Shelton there in that number 21 Havoline machine. Brian Underwood back there as well.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just getting ready to say, we saw the 77 had some issues there in qualifying. But look where he's running right now. He's currently in the top 10, battling for top 5.
Yeah, started 13th. How does your pick start 13th? It's 9 laps into this thing. He is running inside the top 10, up to 6, coming for 5th. I think we need to check that engine on that number 77.
I think NASCAR might want to have a talk with him after this race.
Well, why would you want him to? Because he's your pick. Oh, he got loose right there, if you've seen that.
He did get very loose right there.
And what's some
I don't want NASCAR to have a talk with him, but they might not have a choice. He's already up over 7 positions since the start of the race, and we're only 10 laps in.
Steve Singer having another good run, but look at Allen. Allen coming under fire. Well, getting around some look to be the 85 right behind Allen. Allen still leading the way here. Turley still in second. Started on the pole. Duran third. Steve Singer fourth. Fifth, Benjamin Shelton. Let's take a look at sixth. That's Brian Underwood. Seventh right now, Brian Rose. Started 12th tonight. He's moved forward. Tristan inside the top 10 as well. So everybody bringing their A game. And look at Skylar Grissom, man, the 24, who said he was going to come to the booth because he hated practice so bad. He's inside the top 10. Goes to show you, man, it doesn't matter how your practice goes, as long as you can get it figured out before race time.
Yeah, as long as you can get it figured out before race time, you should be good. But let's talk about this battle up here up front, man. We saw the 79 get off to a great restart there. It didn't last long.
No, it didn't, and Brandon is slowly closing the gap in here and actually closing in pretty rapidly now. And that is kind of to be expected here at a place like Darlington, right? You start to have cars kind of pull in and kind of gain up on the car in front of them. Yeah, I'm not really surprised at all, right? I mean, as we continue to run right now. Well, what are your thoughts early on here, man? I know we're early, but what are your thoughts? Got me there, Brandon? Still got me there, buddy? Oh, we lost Brandon. He'll be back, unfortunately. He's got a little bit of... There he is. He's back. You got us, Brandon? Did your AirPods die?
Can you hear me now?
I got you now. Did your AirPods die?
No, they didn't. I don't know what that was about.
Oh, I was about, to make fun of them being AirPods and not Beats. But,
No, I don't really know what that one was about there.
All right. Right now, Brian Rose setting 6th. Benjamin Shelton in 7th. Kristen there in 8th. In the number 10 machine. And we're looking at a great playoff here. And you know what I'm looking forward to, right? Next season. Man, I look forward to next season so much. Because guess what? I'm going to be out here racing these guys. I'm going to hang up the broadcaster hat. Yeah, I'm going to hang up the broadcaster hat on Saturday evenings. And I'm going to hop over here and run some ARCA cars. So that should be fun coming up next season.
I might have to come join you with that one.
Yeah, we might have to start our own team, but look at Josh here in the 88 machine jumping under Jim here.
He was not able to clear the 47 there, it looks like.
Alan Wilson, though, hanging on to the lead. Brian Underwood, Brian Rose, right there as well. Where's Jacob? Let's go find Jacob. Jacob,
he's going to be back in Q14.
Yeah. He has got to make up some ground here.
And the 88's down on the inside wall.
Oh, that's dicey. That's Josh. He held on to it. But that ain't that. Now, again, Josh is all kinds of sideways. Oh, hang on to it. Oh, boy. There it is.
Oh, the 55 tagged him a little bit. That might bring out a caution right there.
Maybe a yellow. He's going to back up.
Still green. Still green.
We're still good. Yeah, we seen that coming, didn't we?
We were too busy about what's going on in the back of the field. We missed the pass for the lead on the 85.
Oh, man, he did get around him, didn't he?
He did.
Brandon back to the front, Allen to second. And again, Allen doing what he needs to do here tonight. Like I said, he just needs to come out of here with a top 5 run and secure that playoff hopes for 2 weeks from now. And we continue to run 20 on the board this time by 143 to go. This thing is flying by already, man.
Right, it has. Already 20 laps into it. We've seen some good battles so far.
And I just got a report from Lawrence there, man. His plane has landed back at Spa. So he's going back to do his 24-hour event. Good luck to them on that. I've run a few of those in my day. Taking a look right now, battle for position. Brian Rose underneath, or Tristan underneath Brian Rose here. Great job gathering it up here. Bruce right there.
Matt, we're now 21 laps into this race.
Yes, we are.
Do we think the tires have warmed up enough yet to where they can start being aggressive?
Bro, I think here at Darlington, the tires are past warmed up at this point. They are probably halfway done.
Oh, and we see the 89 tag in the wall right there.
Well, there you go. Your tires are starting to go away, right? They're going to build up heat, build up air pressure, start to slide away. You're going to have to grab a handful of steering wheel and just muscle that car around here.
Well, let's talk about this 85, up to almost a 1 second lead on the field.
I want to talk about the 85. Not one of my picks tonight. No disrespect to Brandon, but just not been on my radar all year. And look at this. Just up there getting after it, man.
That he is.
And that's the thing at a place like Darlington, right? You can see different winners at Darlington. Some guys love it here. Some guys hate this place. It's personal preference at a place like Darlington. Singer on board having a good run, but even Underwood, not as strong. Oh, if Singer grabs the fence, I talk about him, he gets in the wall a little bit, but just some of the guys you would expect to be up front, not quite as strong as they should be here. Right now, 24 on the board. While we look in front of the field, what do you say we talk about some notable drivers? Here
yeah, let's
tonight.
do it.
Let's take a look as we head towards the playoffs. Let's see, we have up there Skylar Grissom. Now keep in mind, Skylar is third in points. He's going to make it. He is locked in to the next round of the playoffs, right? Or into the first round of the playoffs. But here running ninth at Darlington, how key is it for him to get some momentum behind this 24 camp as we head towards the playoffs just 2 weeks from now?
I think if he's gonna want a chance of winning or being there for the playoffs, he might have to figure something out here, and he's gonna have to figure it out quick.
And I don't know it right offhand, but our co-commentator here, he could take a look if he wants to take a look at the schedule and see where we're at next week or in 2 weeks from now, start the playoffs. But yeah, I think Grissom really needs to get his game together here. He's running ninth, not horrible, but not
the first playoff race is going to be Homestead, Miami.
Oh, he had some trouble there off of 2, but there you go, Homestead. Again, another track where you're up by the wall a lot of times. I don't see 11th place runs, 9th, 10th, 11th back in there being something that you can parlay into these playoffs.
No, I think if you're going to be running in the back here, you're going to just maybe barely make it, or you're going to miss it.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's going to make the first round, but you got to make the round after that, right?
Yeah, if you want to be there in the end, have a shot. Oh, and you see the 24s in the wall there. If you want to have a shot for the championship, you're going to have to be running up front.
Yeah, it's too strong. Look who we've got up front. We've got Wilson, Duran, Underwood, Tristan even up near the front here. Russell that's in the playoffs. You've got a lot of corners that you're going to have to go compete with here in 2 weeks to try to win a title.
Yeah. And Homestead's going to be an amazing race.
Yeah, it will be here in 2 weeks. And again, hopefully Brandon will be back with us for Homestead in 2 weeks.
I unfortunately will not be back for that race, but I'll be there for the race after that at Nashville.
Oh yeah, you're out of town that week, aren't you?
I am.
But you'll be back at Nashville there. But Alan Wilson, top side of the 4, Luke G. Duran, that battle for second. Here comes my pick. Luke G. Duran, motors to the inside. Oh, he had a blinking problem there for a moment. Somebody did, not sure exactly who. I believe it was Duran who we're on board with here. And believe it or not, folks, quick as lightning, we're 30 laps into this thing.
Matt, do you by any chance know how many more they can go on fuel?
Man, they run a little bit different fuel load than deep. Actually, we got cars on pit road now.
I was going to say, as I'm speaking of that, we got cars on pit road.
And they're
we got the 89 down here going into his box.
No, they're turning 31 for the leader. I would imagine in the next 5 to 10 laps, she's the leader.
And here you see the 55 on pit road as well.
Yeah, and I think now this is something we got to watch here at Darlington. This pit road entry will bite you. Those those water barriers, water barrels at the end of pit road, they have been known to bite some race cars in the past.
Matt, I wonder if the 89 is having to serve a penalty. He is still sitting in his pit box.
Go take a look here. Brian Rose. Yeah, I don't see any damage on the car. I wonder if he got busted. I wonder if he got busted for speeding on the pit road. Again, pit road mistakes. That can be.
Oh, and the 55 just had to throw it in reverse on pit road as well.
Oh wow! Already having pit road issues going on out there. And one car high on the racetrack. That was Luke G. Duran. Got a little bit high, I believe it was. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say let's go back here to the 77 and the 6 because they were battling, but it looks like the 77 has finally gotten around that 6 and starting to pull away from them for P5.
Yeah, and there's your pick, Brian Underwood. Started 13th tonight, up into the top 5.
And the 89 is still on pit road there, Matt.
Yeah, something horribly wrong there.
Oh, and the 77's in the wall.
77 car of Underwood in the fence. Get the camera back to him as quick as we can here, but what he do, just kind of bounce it off the fence there out of 4?
Yeah, he just kind of scraped it.
Yeah, that's not going to help you here, Tristan. All over that back.
And he gets loose coming out of 2, it looks like.
Great racing out there on track 35 into this one, and Underwood all over the road right now. Underwood trying to hang on and muscle that thing through at this point. Car not handling his liking.
We're 36. Oh my gosh, we are 36 laps into this race, and there's more cars on pit road now. What do you do if you're the leaders?
I think you run it out, right? As long as you can go. Oh, we got a car on pit road. As
we got the 48. It looks like we got the 48 coming down pit road. The 6 is in his box.
So we got cars coming down.
And the 89 is still in his box.
Yeah, that 89's had problems. There's Steve on pit road. Started fourth here tonight. So now the car's coming down. You got to come down now, right? You got to get on pit road. You're going to lose too much time if you don't.
Well, personally, if I was a leader, I would try to stay out for as long as I can, even if that means running the car dry and just hope for a caution.
But I tell you what, next season you can stay out as long as you want, and I'll come in really early, and we'll see which strategy works.
We will see.
I think my tires are going to outdo your fuel mileage.
Well, I know Thursday night I had an issue with my tires.
And look at Allen now. That back of that car getting a little loose there, stepping out of Alpha turn number 4 as well.
Yeah, I think the tire wear is starting to get to him a little bit now, Matt, as we see more cars coming down pit road.
Yeah, cars starting to dive down. 6 coming off the pit road here. But that 89 still out with, what, 5 minutes on pit road. There's the 6. Steve having to come back down pit road again. So possible penalty on the 6 as he comes back down pit road a second time here tonight. Wow. 40 of 163 complete here tonight at the Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. 40 of 163 in the books.
So I'm watching our leader right now. I'm just watching how he's tackling this track with tire wear, and it looks like his tires are starting to get old.
Yeah, he is. What? If we look at the...
Oh, he just barely brushes the wall with the right end right there.
Yeah. And if we look at the lap times, man, his fastest was a 30.166. Right now he's running at 31.903. And here comes fresher tires underneath of him. Of course, it's already been on pit road. And he about gets in the wall again there. You see the difference that the tires are making.
Yeah, you got to think about it. The 89's on cold tires, so he's got to watch how hard he pushes coming out of the corners. And 85's on warm tires, so he has to watch how hard he pushes.
Yeah, it kind of evens out. Luke G. Duran, the P2 is second back. The 24 is slow on the back straight.
Yeah, 24 is slow on the backstretch.
It looks like he's headed to pit road. And again, he about missed the pit
and he hits the cone.
That may be an unsafe pit entry. That was close. Wow. Trying to keep an eye up here on the leaders, because I want to see when they dive off down pit road. That was 85 getting out of shape again.
And I'm watching this battle slowly start to heat up between the 85 and the 4.
Yeah, that's Luke G, man. That's Duran. It's down to what, 7/10 now?
It is down to 7/10, and the leader had over a second on the field about 2 laps ago.
Yeah. Now, if you're the leader here and you're losing much time at this point, do you go ahead and come down and take your tires now?
I would. Personally, I would. Because if you think about it, everybody from first back to 6th has not pitted yet.
Yeah. You know, you start looking at it, you see that battle continuing to close in. 45 on the board this time by. On board here with Brandon right now at the front of the field. And again, folks, I will be off tomorrow night, but we will be back Monday evening for the NASCAR Extreme iRacing Series on Monday evening.
I'm going to watch this cockpit view here on this 4-car and watch how much he has to fight this wheel in this corner.
Yeah, but look how close
As you see, they've caught lap traffic now.
I mean, he is. Yeah, but he's right there with your race leader. He is ran him down.
He is right there with the race leader. You are right.
Yeah, it's no more catching him. He's ran him down, and he's just got to find a way to get around him. Brandon leads the way. Durant second, Shelton third, Wilson fourth, fifth is underway caution.
Caution is out.
And we will do our best of figuring out where the pebble may be. A little difficult to figure out.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is still rolling.
Oh, it was the 6 machine of Mr. Steve Singer. Let's take a look at our replay here. Extreme Sim TV replay on the 6. Wow. Car just comes around and he's going to nose it hard into the inside wall. And that is a backup car right there.
Yeah, it looks like he just got loose coming out of the corner.
So now we're going to see guys come to pit road. Now that is going to trap Kent on back a lap down. So it looks like Jacob Warbley may be your wave around car here.
Well, if you think about it, the guys that are 10th on back, they may be a lap down, but they've also recently pitted.
Yeah,
While the lead lap cars have to go in, so they're going to cycle around with the wave around, and some of them are going to be back around on the lead lap.
They will, but they're also going to have slightly older tires too. That may be a problem for them. And how frustrating is this for Luke G. Duran? Because he was clearly better than Brandon there on the old tires.
Oh yeah, he was catching Brandon with ease.
But now everybody's going to be back on the same, can we say it's the same scale here as they get ready to put tires and fuel back on them. So guys, we're 50 laps into this one here at the Darlington Raceway. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. During this caution, we'll be back for the green flag. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back from Darlington. We're back here from Darlington Raceway. 50th 163 complete. Brandon out front. Luke G. Duran second. 21 is Shelton in third as we get ready for a restart here tonight at the Darlington Raceway. Wrong track. As we get ready to go green. See, we all make mistakes there, Brandon.
That we do, Matt. And they're starting to stack it double file here going into one. And there's my pick, you see. The 77 riding around in 4th place right now.
Oh, I see your pick up there, Mr. I come in and pick a car and somehow they're up there in the top 5. I want that car checked for
I
all
told you, Matt. I did my research going into this race.
Well, as we get ready to go green once again, Duran, the 85 up front row. Now the big issue is going to be these guys getting away clean on the restart.
Yeah, they got to watch. They don't spin the tires here. Cold tires. Some of them are going to be a little antsy.
We-
2 cautions in.
We've said that a couple of times here. You know, those tires here, they can get you in
And
trouble.
the pace car makes a hard left right there.
He made a hard left. Well, folks at home, buckle up, grab your popcorn, because we're going back racing at the track to up the thing. Darlington, South Carolina, we're back underway for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series.
And the 4 is already in the wall.
Oh, man. And about got pinched there by Benjamin as well. Everybody.
And once again, Matt, you see the 85 getting a strong restart.
Yeah, he's going again. Again, he is clearly better on fresh tires. But it'll be interesting to see this run. If we get another long run, can he take care of that car a little bit better to have a car there for the end? Warbly picking up a spot there, moving Warbly to 8th by Pearson. Don't look now, but it's Jacob Warbly. He's starting to make up ground here, man.
Talk about this battle for P2 starting to heat up.
Go ahead.
The 4 car is slowly catching the 21. As a matter of fact, I think he's going to get him right here going into 1.
And
He did not quite get him.
We'll get up there to it, but I want to point out Warbly closing the gap there on Tristan, his nearest competitor in that playoff standings. He's going to have to beat Tristan in that 10 car by about 4 positions on the racetrack to get it done.
And here you see the 4 making a move to the bottom going into turn 4.
Oh,
And the 4 almost loses it coming off of 4.
We've got so much going on tonight. Think about it, Brandon. We've got battles on the racetrack, playoff implications.
That we do.
Everything underlying.
And the 4 and the 21 are still side by side going down the backstretch.
I just imagine everybody will. Oh, wow. Did you see the 79 get out of shape there as the 4 goes underneath?
Yeah, I did. I was just getting ready to say, here comes the 79 as well into the mix now, too.
Now, these guys are under all over one another.
The 4 was finally able to clear that 21.
But you know what the All This Racing did do? It allowed that 85 machine to say, see ya, and he's in the next zip code already.
Yeah, he's over to 3.5 seconds over second place, it looks like.
Right now, I'm 56 of 163 complete here tonight as we continue to run. 157 now on the board as we continue to run here. And battle again, there is Allen jumping around for 3rd there. Allen just having a really smooth run, doing exactly what he needs to do.
And now you see the 77 dive into the bottom as well.
And you want to see that 77 get up there and get the win tonight, man. What a great night.
I think it would be cool for me as a first timer in this league to make a pick and have them come out and win the race.
Well, and I tell you what would be great, brother. Like you say, your first broadcast, your pick come to get the win. Wouldn't that be the Cinderella story?
That would be something pretty cool.
I have a feeling when we show up in Nashville for 2 weeks, everybody's going to want you to pick on as the 21 gets in the fence. Going hanging on 8. What are we at? 59 and 163 complete. As they continue to run right now. Benjamin right there as well. Great racing all the way around. Look at Bustle back here all by himself. Running 7th, but having a pretty smooth run. Meanwhile, there's the 77 of Underwood into 4th man moving forward.
That he is.
All right, folks, we got 10 watching and we got 4 likes. Hit that like button, folks. Let's see if we can get 10 and 10 here tonight at the Darlington Raceway for the WOSCRL Stars and Stripes Series.
There's some great battles going on track right now, Matt, and one of them being the battle for 5th place.
Yeah, and they're battling all. They're just battling everywhere here tonight.
That they are.
Taking a look here, we'll get back there to them. Benjamin Shelton, and that's going to be Kristen there in the 10, just trailing him a little bit. Let's go back a little further. Bustle, then it's Warbley. And keep in mind, Warbley trying to get up there to Tristan. That's the car he's got to outrun tonight. And we're coming down to about 100 to go.
You know, it's good to still see Jacob up here in the top 10 after that early wreck he was involved in.
Yeah, but go back and look at it. He saved his night. Kept it out of
He
the
did
inside
save
wall.
his night.
You know, even if he doesn't make the playoffs tonight, he can definitely hold his head high and say, you know, I did everything I could do to make the playoffs here tonight.
And it looks like there's a battle starting to heat up now, too, for P9. 48 is slowly catching this 22.
Let's see. Well, the 48 would be. 48 is 2 laps down in 12, so.
48 is 2 laps down.
Yeah.
I'm just now seeing that. That's my mistake there.
You're fine, buddy. There is the 85 of Brandon up to, and look, we talked about this being a long race when we came into this tonight. Hey, buddy, we've only got 100 to go.
We do only have 100 to go. I think we forgot to take into consideration it only takes 30 seconds to get around this track.
Well, if you look at your other timer up in the corner of your screen there on your timing screen, it says we got about 50 minutes of green flag racing left. So these guys got to get up on the wheel, try to tame the lady in black for about 50 more minutes. 21 is shouting. Now we're 16 laps into this stint. We've seen them, what was it, sub 40s in that first run? You think
Yeah, they were doing a little over 40 laps on tires.
You think they're going to go that far again, or do you think they're going to hit pit road way sooner this time around?
Well, they can obviously make the fuel stretch out that long, and I think coming into 100 to go now, I'm pretty sure that's just going to be the strategy at this point. And see how long you can get the fuel to stretch.
Yeah, as we continue to run right now, 65 and 163 in the book.
And as we say that, the 89 is back down pit road again.
Having all kinds of trouble. But look at the battle for second, third, and fourth. We are nose to tail for that position right now. And don't look now, here comes the 77 machine.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, and look who you're catching. You're catching the 4.
That we are.
These guys all over each other right now with 68 and 163 in the books. It is a dogfight for position. Car on the outside wall just in front of them. They're going to scatter. That could have been a lot worse. And here comes Brian Underwood taking advantage of that. Going to dive that car to the bottom, wash up, can't clear. Alwyn, though, had to jump out of the throttle.
Oh, and he almost loses it right there coming off 4.
Now almost, but no cigar. And Jacob.
Well, now he just has to. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jacob's run has stalled out back in 8th. He's what, 2 positions away from the 10? Kristen's probably starting to get worried here. Again, if he finishes 4 spots behind Jacob, that would pretty much bump him out of the playoff picture. And these guys getting after it, 70 on the border, 160 complete. Right now, up front, we haven't talked about him in a while. Well, that's because Brandon Shirley. Well, guess what, man? He's got a 4.7 second lead over the field.
And if I'm not mistaken, Matt, he's led just about all 69 laps of this race, has he not?
Yeah, he is. Well, I'll actually give you the exact number. Give me just a minute, and I can give you the exacto number as we continue to run right now. And let's see, what has he said here? Right. Oh, he has led 52 of those laps. So think about that.
52 of 70.
Yeah, he has been on rails here for the majority of this race.
Yeah, he has the field up to over 4.7 seconds.
I think what impresses me the most about it is the fact we've seen him have some trouble on old tires, but he didn't panic, right? He just stayed with what he knew he could do, and when he got the restart, he pulled back out ahead.
Yeah, he just kept rolling as best as he could, and you see he's actually in the wall right there.
Taking care of it here. Underwood up to fourth, trying to run down Allen. Everybody's pretty spread out once again on this run. This is two runs in a row we got spread out in a hurry.
Yeah, the 79 is still trying to chase down that 4.
Yeah, just still trying to do the same thing. Well, folks, Brandon, what do you think? About time for some crank it up for once?
Yeah, let's do a crank it up.
All right, let's do it, folks.
Actually, matter of fact, why don't you hold that thought as a 77 just catches the wall and nearly loses it right there in the corner.
Oh, boy. Oh, he's got it, though.
He's still rolling, but he almost lost it.
Well, folks, if anything happens, we'll break. But right now, we're going to go to crank it up. Enjoy crank it up at Darlington. Alright, back here once again, folks, at the Darlington Raceway. 77 of 163 in the books. Out front right now, it's Brandon leading the way. Brandon Shirley, Luke G. Duran, Alan Wilson, all up there. Now, Luke, again, just like last time, man, he's starting to catch Brandon once again as the tires begin to wear.
Yeah, I mean, he's brought it down from under 4 seconds, or from over 4 seconds, excuse me. He's down to 3.3 now. So it seems like once those tires start wearing on Brandon's car, he just loses all control of it.
Yeah, it's weird how that's happening to him, and it's happening to him every run. You know, it's starting to tick down to 3.3. Wilson 4 seconds back. Again, it was kind of a caution that saved him the last time. I don't know if he's going to get that lucky this time around.
And I mean, the 21 and the 79 are still back here battling it out for P3. And they've been battling out for quite a few laps. I've actually been watching them.
Yeah, and let's jump ahead a little bit forward into the year. Think about where our last race is. We go to Martinsville to decide a champion. A place like Martinsville, isn't that a little bit the same as Darlington? Really a driver's racetrack?
Yeah, it's one of those where you have to know the track. It's so tight there in the corners. I've actually been running there the past couple of days, just test laps. It's so tight on the straightaways in the corners. Just one mess up in the corner and you could wreck the whole field.
Yeah. As you continue to run. And guess what, buddy? We're halfway through this time by here at Darlington. Halfway through this one tonight. With Brandon Shirley continuing to lead. Duran 3.1 back. Wilson 4.8 off the lead right now. Take a look right here at Benjamin Shelton and Alan Wilson. Battle for third right now.
Benjamin's trying to make that bottom lane work right there in the corners to get around him.
Now that Havley machine trying to work the inside can't do it right now. What a drive here between Benjamin Shelton and Alan Wilson. So this far into it, what do you think we're going to see over the next half of the race? Do you think we're going to see some yellows to slow the pace, or do you think we're going to have more of a green flag run at it?
Well, I think if we can get a yellow here shortly, which is going to tighten the field back up, as you see the 85 here in the wall. It's going to tighten the field back up, and it's going to mean for a lot more aggressive driving.
Ooh, Allen made a mistake there, got in the fence. Allen making a mistake there, grabbing the fence, gets it back underway. Nicholas Balicki back here in the 55 DuPont. Jacob Warbley right now as well. Still great racing all the way around, folks. If you're just joining us, it's been a heck of a night here. We've been mostly green flag all evening long here at the Darlington Raceway. I mean, it's just been impressive what we've seen all night. Going to run right now, Brandon Early leading the way. Luke Jeter ran in second at the moment.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Luke has significantly caught up to our leader. He's now back to 2.7 seconds behind.
Yeah, this is the same thing we saw that first run, like I said earlier. He's doing it again and doing it beautifully. The thing is, this time around, does he have enough time to get there and make the move?
I think as long as it stays green, we might actually see a battle for the lead here in the next 10, 20 laps.
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, I think if I'm Brandon, I pit a little bit early here. I take advantage of my, you know, you're better on fresh tires. Don't let Luke wheel you all the way back in. You know, short pit it.
Absolutely, that's what I would do.
You know, it's a lot of guys try to play to their or make their weaknesses better, right? I always say the best way to win a race, play to your strength. If you know the short run is where you've got your strength, play to that a little bit. Short pit it, do some different things. As you see Tristan trying to hold Michael Bustle off. Bustle closing right back up on that tracker. Boats Bass Pro Shops number 10 makes the pass. And Tristan, another car that seems to have problems over the long run.
And I'm looking here. These drivers, most of them have only one pit stop on their race.
Yeah.
They were given 5 sets of tires for this race. So now that we're inside this halfway point, most of these drivers still have 4 sets in the bank. You may see drivers come down more often for the fresh tires.
Yeah, especially if we get caution, right?
If we get a caution, I would not be surprised if you see people go down and take 4 fresh Goodyears every caution.
Well, you say they started with 5 sets, right? Everybody's pitted once. That would leave them 4. We're getting ready to have green flag stops. That's going to leave you 3. So you've got basically 3 sets to do you a half a race at Darlington. That's a pretty good situation.
And I'm looking here. The 77 is now actually a lap down.
Ooh, let's go see. He snuck the pit road on us.
He did.
Yeah, he snuck down, got tires, and he just snuck up and got one here. So there's
So I would not be surprised if we see him starting to fly his way around this track for that lap back as the leaders are on older tires.
Yeah, he'll get that back in a hurry. But the Underwood playing the strategy we talked about of short pitting. Duran right now 2.6 seconds back. Now it has stabilized a bit here at 2.6. He's not gaining.
And the 48's on pit road now as well.
There we go.
As well, 24.
Some of the guys in the back of the pack starting to hit pit road. Nicholas Post and much more. Alan Wilson right there as well. As we continue to click off the laps here at Darlington.
Oh, as the 48 misses his box, it looks like by a little bit. He had to throw it in reverse for a quick second.
That's the mistake that some of these guys make. Well, Mr. Brandon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera on Mr. Luke G. And I got to step away a moment. I'll be back in about 30, 45 seconds. So I'll let you kind of talk about whatever you want here. I'll be back in a moment, folks.
I'll find something to talk about.
Go for it, buddy.
So Luke is still chasing down the leader. He's down to under 2 seconds now on Brandon. And like I said, Brandon's on older tires. Both of these drivers actually have been on the same set for the last 44 laps. So unless we see a caution come out here shortly, I think we might have a new leader in the books. So I'm watching the gap between the leader and second place here. And it seems like Luke is catching Brandon in the corners. As it does look like my sim is having an issue here. And it's back. But Luke's catching Brandon in the corners. That's where the majority of Luke's catch-up is. As you can see, just a few corners ago, he was up to 1.9 seconds away from the leader. He's now back to 1.4. And he now has it down to under a second on the leader. Oh, and the yellow flag comes out here on track. Let's see what seemed to happen. It's going to look like the 24. He's parked down on the inside wall. I know you guys can't see it, but I can. Let's see what happened here. I'll call it as you guys are, just like you guys are seeing, I'll call this caution.
Alrighty, I'm back, guys. And we have a yellow.
The 24 just loses it coming out of 2.
Alright,
Hits the outside wall.
Alright, let's get a replay up. And I'll show them what happened. It was a 24.
I was telling the fans out there, Brandon just got saved by another caution.
Again, right?
Luke was on his bumper going into the corners. And then the caution flies. The yellow flag flies on lap 100.
Just 63 to go, and you're right, Skylar just completely lost it. That brought the caution out here. And so again, back under yellow. And great job, Brandon, taking control of the streamline to step away, bud. Really good job.
I hope you didn't hear me because I didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh, I heard you.
Oh boy.
You did a great job. Well, actually, the girlfriend probably heard you. She's probably monitoring the stream while I step away more than me, but you did a great job.
And yeah, Matt, we might see what I was talking about here because these drivers are going to have three sets of tires left after these pit stops.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see exactly what you talked about. Having those tires in that pit box ready to go.
I don't know if you heard me, but I was having an issue with my sim right a couple laps ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the drivers just disappeared for about half a lap and then came back.
That is usually a RAM deal, my man.
Nah, they came back.
We
They just blinked. They just did a quick blink.
Don't worry, folks at home. We'll get Mr. Brando fixed up. I done got some things in the works. I'm going to try to help him out with his rig a little bit. All of us sim racers need a little bit of help now and then. Had some guys help me out when I was getting it started. Yeah,
and
man, I think
the 85, just about everybody took 4 fresh there. But the 21 is going to be the first car off pit road.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. That is going
He
to
had
be...
a 14.4 second pit stop.
So, Brandon, while we've got a second here, we didn't get to do it early. Why don't we introduce you kind of to the Extreme Sim universe and how you kind of came to be a part of the channel and all that good things.
What do you want to know?
Well, folks, basically the way this kind of worked out is I'd put a post out, and Extreme Sim TV was looking for co-commentators, and Mr. Brandon here was in a league that I covered actually and reached out to me about it. And I think for your first time, man, you're doing a great job. You play anything else besides iRacing, man?
I play a lot in NASCAR Heat. I actually have my own league. We race Monday nights.
Oh, okay. On that note, what do you think about NASCAR 21?
I can't wait for it, dude. The game looks amazing. I've been seeing the screenshots, the little teasers they post every week of every track that they're at. Just looks amazing.
Now, my question to you, sir, is even though you have iRacing, right? There is still a reason to have the NASCAR game, right?
Absolutely.
I'll actually be getting 21 too, but I couldn't tell you the last time I bought a NASCAR game.
NASCAR Heat 5 was the first Heat game I bought since Heat 1.
Wow. Well, man, I'll tell you what. Guess what we get to go do?
I wasn't
again?
even planning on buying. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can go ahead.
I wasn't planning on buying Heat 5 until a buddy reached out to me and said, hey, I'm starting up a league. You want to join? I said, yeah, sure.
Well, man, I'll tell you what. Guess what we're getting ready to do at Darlington once again? We're getting ready
Green
to
flag racing?
Go to green. And Shirley, who got saved again, like you said, I want that lucky horseshoe he's got going on.
And let's talk about that, actually. Brandon and Luke were running bumper to bumper right before the caution came out.
Right.
There's now 6 spots separating those two drivers.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough. Ooh, green in the
And
air.
it looks like Luke had an issue on pit road.
Wow.
Looks
Again.
like he was on pit road for a little over a minute.
And look who is right with one another. That's the 51 of Jacob, the 10 of Tristan. That is your battle for the playoff position, right?
As the pace car makes a hard left right there on the pit road.
I think you're a little bit behind us, man.
I might be, actually.
Yeah. You have to.
Yep, I am.
There you go. You're fine. We were already.
I was still a little behind from when that caution came out because I was trying to call it since they couldn't see it.
10-4, man. You're fine. But take a look at this, dude. Oh, we got problems. Allen around. Oh no. Allen goes sideways, hangs on to it. But I want to point out the battle for that playoff position, right? They're nose to tail. It always happens that way. When you're battling a guy in points, you're going to end up right there with him. And here tonight, here they are right together once again.
Yeah, that they are. And I don't know if you're watching the battle for the lead right now, but it sure is heating up, and it's heating up quick.
No surprise there, right? Shirley's so good on fresh tires. He has got to get around Shelton and get that lead, as we call it, built back up and do it fast, in a hurry, and do it well. You cannot.
Yeah, because we see both these drivers actually got a good restart. They already have over a second on the field.
But here's the thing. How much is Brandon hurting his tires trying to get that lead back early?
And the 21's in the wall, and Brandon just scoots by on the bottom.
Yep, that opened it up for Brandon. That's probably helped Brandon more than anything. If he would have had to stay there and battle for that lead,
he would have burned his tires out more than he would.
Exactly, and we know he's not that good on old tires.
No, he is not. But let's talk about Luke. He restarted P8 all the way back up to P4 already.
But yes, and the thing about Luke tonight, and this is going to be kind of controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's Extreme Sim TV. I do these. Luke normally in his wins is very dominant, right? Here tonight, he has not been nearly as dominant as anybody else. So
I actually went and watched last Saturday's stream back last night just so I kind of had an idea of what to be expecting in tonight's race. And Luke, it just seemed like he can't find the same speed he had last week.
No, he can't. One of the comments, sorry about that, one of the comments I got on Facebook, I'll let the YouTubers know. They said I'm the Alex Jones of broadcasting. I don't know if that's a good thing, my man.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm going to be truthfully honest with you right now. I don't know the name Alex Jones.
You don't want to.
All right.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, buy my supplements. The Elite's coming. There you go. There's my best Alex Jones broadcast. My God, he's been off the rails.
And let's go back to what we were talking about with the 85. Once he gets in the lead, he dominates. He already has 2 seconds over second place.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, but you talked about watching the show from last Saturday night, right? Is that not basically what Luke G was able to do last week?
No, that's exactly what Luke was doing last week. As we see, the 77 here is no longer on track, it looks like.
Oh, man. His night coming to a premature end. Yeah, he is out of this one. So Tristan has gotten back to third, widened that gap by him, but with him and Warbley. So if we look at the playoff slots, right, and what we knew coming into the night, I think unless something major happens, it's going to stay pretty much the same it was coming in. Yeah, I think there's not going to, unless Warbley can find some speed here late going at Darlington. Well, we're 112 into this one. You wanna pull up your backup card for a pick, or you gonna stay with the guy you got? Well, your guy's out, so
My guy's not even on track anymore.
well, you're gonna pull up for your backup. I guess lucky pick. I guess you get
Well,
another choice.
Can you remind me of who your pick was?
My pick was Luke G. Duran.
All right, well, there goes my pick out the window. I was just getting ready to say, if this thing stays green the rest of the race, I would not be surprised if Luke gets up there and wins a race.
Oh, I wouldn't. He's got it if it stays green, right? Here we go.
Yeah.
25 minutes. And how tired are these guys? It's late on a Saturday night. They've been running for
They must be exhausted, dude.
Yeah,
I know I am. I'm coming here to broadcast with you after an 11-hour shift.
Oof. That's dedication. And what do you work as, man?
Matter of fact, I actually work at Pizza Hut, which inspired the Pizza Hut scheme on Thursday night.
Oh, nice. Nice. Tristan there. Right there.
I was gonna say, if we look at Tristan, though, he might be my next pick.
Dude,
Because I'm looking at his lap times here.
he may be.
I'm looking at his lap times here. That lap, he was actually quicker than the leader.
Wow, nice job. Yeah, it was 39.
And then-
Yeah.
And then Luke with a 30.777. That's almost 3/10 faster than the leader's running.
Well, you know what we got a car in the wall there, but you know what they say, 777's lucky numbers. Will it come true for Luke again? Get some luck here and get up here and get this one. And I just want to point out, man, thank you for coming out. An 11-hour shift at Pizza Hut does not remotely sound like the funnest thing in the world.
Oh, I can promise you it's not with everything going on there right now.
Oh. As we work 117 and 163 complete here tonight, coming to 118.
And I'm looking
on the
here.
board.
The 15 is running P2 right now with a bunch of damage on the rear end, it looks like.
Yeah, and update, Tristan just moved out of the way of Luke. He just let Luke go by. He's like, yeah, I'm not
That he
going to
did.
race. Right
But
now.
the 15, the 4, most of these guys out here right now in the top 10 are running quicker lap times than your leader.
Yeah,
Like
it's unreal.
I see the 79 of Allen just ran a 30.888.
Yeah.
P2, the 15 of Michael, ran a 31.209 last time they crossed the line.
There you go.
And the
And I
leader
mean,
ran a 31.6.
exactly. You're dead on. That leader is just not. Remember when he had to take the lead? That little bit of battling he did do. Do you think it hurt him just a little bit?
I think the battle there hurt his tires.
Yeah, I agree. I think that hurt more than what he even realized.
I think he spent more time battling that driver there than he wanted to.
Yeah, and it could cost him a win here tonight. 120 of 163 complete. Bustle now 1.8 back.
Yeah, back to my comment about them running faster lap times. They may be running faster lap times, but they can't seem to close the gap on them.
I think it's going to take some time, man.
And here we see a battle between the 15 and the 4 as the 4 dives to the bottom of the track. Oh, and they make contact.
15
And there
up
goes the
racetrack.
21 by the 15 on the bottom.
Now, this is what I wanted to see. We've seen Duran try to run down Brandon multiple times tonight. Lights are starting to come on around the racetrack. The track's starting to cool down a bit. Has he got enough to make one more run at him?
He may, as we're coming to right around 40 to go now. We've seen these drivers make 41, or not 41, I'm sorry. We've seen them make at least 40 plus laps on these tires. They've already ran 21.
But that does mean they're in their pit window now.
They are in their pit window now, correct?
Oh,
So
I
what-
mean,
So we're just going to have to keep an eye on pit road here, Matt, and see how many drivers are going to start taking it here soon.
Does anybody take the gamble? Do they all stay out? What do you do if you're one of these drivers up front? If you're Brandon Shirley, Luke Duran, a Shelton there as well. 124 on the board this time by.
But here's my question for you, Matt. We've seen Brandon in the daytime. He struggled on older tires. Maybe he can find something that works for him here at nighttime now.
Right.
As this track has started to cool down since it's transitioned into the nighttime.
Right.
Maybe he can find something that sticks for him and have this one in the bag.
Look at Bustle right there. Tristan right there as well. Alwyn Wilson there also. Jacob Warbley. And Jacob getting desperate. Laps starting to tick down to make it into this year's playoffs. Tick, tick, tick. The clock is ticking, folks. You have to get that car back up there and get it done here tonight. 124 on the board. And in 2 weeks' time, my man, 2 weeks, we go playoff racing. And more, boy, oh boy, the nerves is going to be going on there and going into Homestead.
You know what race I can't wait for, Matt? My race back from vacation at Nashville Fairgrounds.
Oh, man. We ain't going to have a voice left. The booth
That is going to be one exciting race to call.
Yeah, we're going to have some drinks in here from me, some ice waters in here from you, maybe some Red Bull for the both of us. You know, it's going to be a hectic night. Again, 126 on the board and 163. Brandon, hey, for the Nashville race, you're going to have to bring us some pizza back, too.
I might, and actually, as we see here now, the 47 is our first taker for Green Flag Pit Stops.
Having a Jim Foskett pit road. You know, he wanted to give that number 47 machine a little bit better of a ride tonight, but hasn't exactly went his way all night.
And here we've seen something that we've seen all night, Matt. Luke is starting to chase Brandon down again.
And you know, Brandon's setting up there. Okay, the caution can come out now.
Yeah.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? And I'm going to sound like a boomer, and I don't know if you've ever watched it. But back in the day, if you watched Big Brother, and all the house guests would make their pacts here with each other and try to figure out who they're going to get rid of. This is what's happening with Luke. It's almost like they're making pacts with other drivers. You know, hey, I'm going to get out here and pull away with this short run speed, and then Luke's got a pact with other drivers. No, I'm going to come get you on the long run. And we're going to find out who is going to get voted off the island here in just a little bit. Yes, that was a Survivor reference. God, I sound like a boomer. So I got a question for you, man. If you take a look at this between Luke and Duran, if you had to bet, who do you think out of the front two is going to come away with it?
I think we might see Luke coming away with this one tonight if it stays green the rest of the race. Because as you see, he's down to 1.4 behind the leader.
Well, and I tell you what, man, for me, I'm learning a lot tonight. I mean, I'm learning a ton with these ARCA cars here.
I've been sitting here crunching the numbers, Matt.
Okay.
And this has turned into a very good playoff race right here. I understand it's not the playoffs yet, but they are racing like it is one.
Yeah. And crunching the numbers, Jacob Warbley, he is one spot away from Tristan. Tristan makes a mistake on pit road or anything, he hands the playoff over to Jacob. Think about that. I mean, that is huge in the terms of the playoff race.
That is huge.
We've almost got a race within a race right now.
Yeah, and here we see Luke, yet again, down to under a second on the leader.
All right, now 132 on the board of 163 here tonight.
So, Matt, I've just gotten word. If you go back here to this 48,
And though,
he is in by 1 point over Jacob right now.
I gotta go with it. Okay,
As they are currently running, he is in by 1 point.
he is, because Tristan would be ahead of him.
Yeah.
So Jacob's just got to pick up one spot. You're dead on. I didn't even catch that, but yes, the run that Nicholas Post is having. Wow. So let's look at this. Nicholas Post is 3 laps down. He is not probably going to make up any spots. He's in 11.
No, because I'm looking here. Nobody else seems to be 3 laps down. He has to get around the leaders yet again to battle for 9th and 10th.
Jacob, somebody's got to be on that 51 machine's radio right now. One more spot, man.
Which we actually saw. The 48 pitted 5 laps ago, so he's on fresher tires than everybody in front of him.
But is it going to be enough? He's got to pick up, okay, even if he picks up another spot, that would mean Jacob would have to pick up. Jacob's right there, man. One car makes a mistake, and he's able to get in.
And we have a battle for lead heating up as the 85 dives down to the bottom, and the 4 is now the leader.
There it is. There it is. Finally, just couldn't hold him off. Move Luke Jeter into the race lead.
I think the 85 actually had an issue right there. Let me rewind here a little bit.
Nicholas Post and the horrible race he had. I didn't even realize it. But yes, indeed. Good catch there, Brandon.
No, actually, it looks like the 85 just let the 4 right past.
Yeah, exactly. So now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but all eyes has to go to the 48 car.
Yeah, we have to keep an eye on that 48 car now. We have to keep an eye on that 48, and we have to make sure. We just have to hope somebody in front of Jacob makes a mistake.
So if you're Jacob, now keep in mind, the 48 is running 11th right now, folks at home. Jacob is running 7th. At the current scoring, as we have it, you have what? Nicholas in by a point? Or out?
Correct. Nicholas is currently in by a point.
By 1 point now. If you swing that by 1 car, it would be a tie. Correct?
If I'm not mistaken, yes.
Yes. And again, this is all unofficial, folks. We're doing the best we can to bring it to you here. What happens, and I would have to go and dive into rule books here. I'm not sure what the policy would be for a tie.
I'm not sure what the policy would be either, Matt.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Do we do like NASCAR did in 1 year and just add another car into the playoffs?
They might have to. They might just have to see how it battles out.
This is absolutely unreal here at the Darlington Raceway.
So actually, Matt.
Okay.
Jacob would get the tiebreaker because of his 1 win at Dega.
Oh, yeah, he would. So Jacob doesn't even have to do anything but tie. He needs 1 more spot. And he needs
even if he just ties.
And Nicholas is
This is quite the battle right now, Matt. I am so glad I accepted your invitation to come call this race with you tonight.
Think about this, dude. Nicholas, he can't even make up a position. He is 3 laps down from the car in front of him. He is in major peril.
We're coming to 20 laps to go now. So if it stays like this, where the 48 stays 3 laps down, and Jacob cannot get a position,
wow,
48 would be in.
Yeah. All right, so let's break this down for the folks at home. Easy to understand. Plain and simple. The 51 machine, he's got to finish 6th or better to beat Nicholas Post. Now, can he pick up one more spot? That is going to be.
That's going to be the question there, Matt.
Now, he is pretty far off by 9 seconds off of the guy in front of him of Alwyn, who's all over Tristan. Tristan now is off the hot seat. He's just riding around. He knows he's all right. And hopefully these guys are listening to the broadcast, are listening to this, to where they know where they stand. This is huge news. This may be, believe it or not, the tightest playoff battle in Extreme Sim TV history here tonight at the Darlington Raceway.
That it might be, and for that reason, I'm glad I'm able to call this race with you, Matt.
I'm getting so excited, I'm trying really hard not to say bad words at this point. Wow.
I'm surprised I haven't let one slip either at this point. This has been quite the race.
What can Jacob Worbley do? Can he do anything? Man, throw caution to the wind. Do anything.
I'm looking here. Nicholas is now... It looks like he's going to be 1 lap behind P10 now.
Is made up some. That is Josh. Josh just come down pit road. So that should cycle back through though. As long as Josh gets back on
it actually is going to cycle back around right now.
Yeah. So here we go. This is
as
insane.
we now see... Oh, wait, hang on. Still hasn't updated on my end.
Yeah. My goodness. There's Nicholas Post. Is there anything he can do? He needs a wing and a Red Bull prayer at this point of this race. Come on, dude. Jacob's got to be chomping at the bit right now. He knows.
There it is. Nicholas Post is now P10.
But it's going to cycle back out when Post fits. I don't think he can make it to the end, and even if he can, the old tires, will it be enough to hold off the 5?
And that's what's going to make it interesting there,
The
Matt.
5's on pit road still. The 5 has not left pit road. Wow. Now that target moves. You know what that means? Jacob Worbley would have to be in the top 5 to tie now. The target has just moved.
Because now Nicholas Post is 2 points ahead.
Man, oh man, that target is a moving target for Jacob Worbley.
But your comment about making it to the end just actually made that very interesting. Because we have to see if Jacob's going to short pit him here now.
Oh man. I don't know if Worbley can make it all the way. It's going to be close, or if Post...
We're gonna have to see if he's going to want to short pit to try to get that position while they're on pit road. Or if he's just going to stay out an extra lap and go down after.
Man, this is going to be down to the fingernail biting end here at Darlington Raceway. Do we see a caution that throws all of this in peril? Can you imagine if somebody accidentally spins out here and we get a yellow flag with 15 laps to go, with everything on the line? Think about this, your whole season is on the line right now.
As we actually see, the 48 is slow here on the bottom of the front stretch.
Uh-oh. What is wrong with Post?
But he has 3 laps over P11.
And he does. But keep in mind, P11 is still on pit road.
That he is actually, so he's gonna have it more than 3 laps here shortly.
But get this, Bowicki is not.
Oh, and the 48's in the wall.
Nicholas Post in the outside wall. My goodness. Come on, Nicholas, just hang on. 14 laps to go. The Cobalt Tools 48 car, something amiss on that race car. My, oh my. Oh my, oh my. Worbley's just praying right now that something's way wrong. Can Bowicki make up 12 laps? It's going to be tight. He would be the 48.
You see the 5 is now rolling out of his pit box now.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4-lap difference. How bad is Worbley's car beaten up? 33-second lap times for Warbley right now. Or Post. Excuse me. The Post definitely damaged. But he may just have enough magical fairy dust to make it through to the next round.
He should be able to make it to the end here on field, though, because he has 21 laps since his last pit stop, and the leaders have 50.
Now, how far? Let's throw some more wrinkles in this. 50 laps in for the leaders. Can they go another 13 laps on field?
That's going to be the question there, Matt. I'm not sure what the field run is here.
Yeah, that's going to be questionable because we got caution all night that kind of broke it up, right?
That we did, and actually, as we see, the 85 is slowly catching the number 4, and now he is down to 7/10 behind the leader. But he's stuck in lap traffic. Is this the 4's chance to break away?
Right now, this is insane.
As the 85 is making a move to the bottom on the lap traffic, burning his tires even more.
Holy. This is just insanity, man.
This is setting up to be an exciting finish here, Matt.
Yeah, 11 laps at Darlington Raceway. Here comes the 4, Luke G. Duran. Leads the way. Another great run for him tonight. But with 10 to go this time by, Duran,
that lap traffic seemed to have slowed Brandon down a little bit. That lap traffic, he's down to over a second again.
And laps to go. Horribly trying to look for something at this point. He would have to pick up 2 more spots, folks, if Post stays where he's at. Post is still running. That car has not gave up the ghost. He is very slow, though. What is wrong with Post? Post on the apron. You can't do that, Post. You'll lose a spot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, his Post has disappeared off my screen. Where did he go?
He's done. He's done.
Oh, Post is out of the race.
Okay, folks at home. This is the way it's going to shake out with 9 to go. He's got enough of a gap. He's going to drop to 11th. That'll move it back 1 spot. But Nicholas Bowicki cannot catch him, I don't think. Or maybe he can. This is going to be huge. Bowicki can. If Bowicki gets around him and Post does not get going, the race would be called, no, Bowicki's off the track. What? Hang on.
No, the 55 is still on track, Matt.
55 still on track. Are you kidding me? Nicholas Post is about to probably fall out of the playoffs if Warbley can stay in 7th. We have to watch his timing screen with 7 to go. Again, if my math says if he falls to 12th, that would put Warbley in the playoffs.
If I'm not mistaken, you are correct.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe the turn of events here? Warbley.
Oh, as the 55's in the wall hard.
Oh no.
That might be enough for a caution here, Matt.
He's
Seems
still
like
rolling.
He doesn't have any steer in the car.
He don't have no steer in it, but he's rolling.
He's rolling. Just barely, though. And he limps it around the pit road.
And he's got to pick up 2 more laps if he's going to bump Nicholas Post. Oh,
Well,
my
I hate to break it to you here, Matt, but that might have just set Nicholas's Post. That might have just set him.
It might have 5 to go.
Actually, we see the 5 here who's still on track.
Yeah.
He's going to take a position here over Nicholas Post.
Exactly.
Shortly.
And if Nicholas Bowicki can get back out in time, Bowicki in theory can do it as well. What happens here? Well, I'm going to take a spot. It'll go back down to 1 point difference. Kristen still in, or Jacob still in 7th. But he's got the 22 all over him. Are you kidding me? Battle for 7th. Jacob trying to throw the block, can't do it.
And Nicholas Post has just dropped to P11.
Post now, it's back to 1 point. 1 point the gap.
As Jacob's now to P7.
Yeah, Jacob's in P7. It's a 1 point gap right now. Can Bawicki get back and make up one lap over post? No, he's still on pit road. Jacob saying, come on, Bawicki, get back out there. Bawicki, Jacob trying to hang on to P7. 3 laps to go this time by. Here comes the 22. The 51 cannot let that 21 machine by him. Or the 22 machine.
Oh, the 21 dives to the bottom. The 22 might follow suit here.
21 is not on the lead lap, so...
The 21 has cleared the 51. So now it's just a battle between the 51 and the 22 here, Matt.
Bawicki still on pit road, has not moved. Are you kidding me right now? 2 laps to go at Darlington. Meanwhile, out front, Luke G. Duran leads with 2 to go. It does not look
like... 22 did not have enough speed to clear him right there. He tried making a move on the bottom, but he was not able to make it stick.
Coming to the white flag. Can everybody make it to the end? Luke G. Duran leads. Coming to the white flag looking for yet another win.
Crossover. 22 drives to the bottom of the 51.
Oh boy. Jacob.
White flag is in the air here at Darlington as they're side by side, the 51 and the 22 across the line.
Shirley on pit road. Jacob Warbley to 6th. Warbley in 6th. Warbley's got to hold on. He's got to hold off the 22 and he'll be in. Down the back straight away. Brandon, can you believe it? Warbley into 3.
Quite the race here, Matt.
To 22 to his bumper.
The 22's making a move on his bumper.
Going to the checkered. Who's going to get
try to make a move down low here now.
Warbley
51's
in the playoffs.
The checkered flag.
You've got to be shit. Wow. Wow.
What a race that was there, Matt.
Holy. Beep, 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 beep. What a playoff run for Jacob Warbley. Folks, unofficially, Jacob Warbley in the playoffs. Are you
Jacob
kidding?
Warbley is in by the tiebreaker.
And again, Brandon...
Official.
What gave him the spot, dude? Brandon came to pit road to take fuel.
That he did.
Good job, Jacob Warbley. I hate it.
And let's go watch this 4 burning down on the front stretch.
Wow.
He deserved this win, man.
Nicholas Post with the win. Are you kidding me?
No, it was Luke with the win.
Excuse me, Luke with the win. Nicholas Post falling out.
For that win.
Warbley in the playoffs. Folks, I'm going to go catch my breath. We'll be back in a moment. Hold on. All right, folks, we're back here after one of the most insane finishes. And this goes down and see it. 3 years of broadcasting. That was the most insane playoff finish I've ever had. Wow. All right, man. Let's get some interviews done. What do you say?
Yeah, I'd say let's do it.
Thank God my girlfriend wasn't asleep because I just woke her up.
Who do we want to talk to first there, Matt?
Let's go with Bus. So we'll go third, second, first. Hey, Michael Bustle, it's Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy. What's going on, boys?
Oh, just straight up losing my mind up here. What a playoff battle to the end.
What a finish to that race.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened to the 85, but hey, I'll take a podium.
Well, by the
Seems like he just
yeah, he just went to
God,
pit
man.
road. Like I'm with you, Bustle. I don't know. Me and Brandon's trying to figure it out.
I don't
he
know.
just
I mean,
drove down to pit road.
yeah, I mean, me and Ben were talking about it before y'all drug me in, and like really the only thing we could think is he ran out of fuel. So I mean, I don't know why he would run out because we all pitted together. So I don't know.
Could it possibly have been he thought that was the last lap? Like a Mark
Yeah, I mean,
Martin
yeah.
situation?
I was about to say maybe he, pulled a Mark Martin, but I don't know.
But
So-
the ramification of that was we had a change for who made it in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I
So
mean, well, Bustle, how was your night, man? So much going on here.
man, it was better than our practice went. I had a 2-hour practice I posted up last night, and really I was scared to death that I was gonna just be into the wall all night long, and it actually went a lot better. So for some reason, I'm a 1.5-mile track guy. Like I know how to save tires on 1.5-mile tracks, and this is pretty close to 1.5 miles. I mean, it's completely differently laid out, but maybe that might have helped me out a little bit tonight. It seemed like I could, catch people on longer runs.
Yeah, you did a great job coming home third here tonight, man. And, well, as we kind of go into this off-season break, or this little, mid-season break, I call it, going into the playoffs, what do you look for about the upcoming tracks?
Like I said, I'm a 1.5-mile track guy. So I'm really looking forward to Homestead and Texas. Always look forward to a super speedway, and also, Bristol. Feel like I could do good there. As far as Martinsville, it's a toss-up. So, I mean, if I can finish in the top 5 in points, I'll be happy. I mean, old Luke, he's run away with this one. So, it'd be an honor to finish up, top 3, 4, or 5 next to him, and the rest of the guys that's up here.
Well, Michael Bustle, man, you came home third tonight. You had a great run, buddy. We'll see you in 2 weeks in the playoff, going into the playoffs, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
And 4, buddy. All right, Brandon, if you want, I'll let you do the next interview if you'd like to interview.
Actually,
Ben.
Matt, hang on 1 second. Before we pull the next driver up here,
Okay.
I just got word from the officials. Nicholas Post had a black flag, and he did not come down pit road in time and got disqualified.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word.
But it does sound like we might get Nicholas Post as well as Jacob over here in the booth shortly.
Oh, my word. Wow. We'll let you talk to Mr. Skelton here. And,
Oh boy, I don't know what to do. We'll figure it out. We'll just go.
Yeah, we'll just go.
We'll go with it.
Hey, Ben, it's Matt and Brandon in the booth. You got me?
I do, sir.
All righty, man. Brandon, I'm going to let you take over from here, buddy.
Oh boy. Okay. What an exciting finish that race there, Ben.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the 85.
Well,
I
it
kinda
seems like it seems like he pitted a lap early and was just a lap short on fuel.
Oh, that's kind of what I was thinking. Honestly, was having a hard time there at the end with the tires, and had backed it down and was gonna, limp it home to a third place finish. And yeah, I saw him pull into the pits, and honestly couldn't believe it.
Yeah, myself and Matt were actually very confused as well as to why he pulled his way down into the pits.
Yeah, it was a fun race either way, though.
It was fun calling it, man.
Well, Ben, I got a question for you before I let you go. Have you
Yes, sir.
ever seen any more of a crazy night than tonight?
No, I honestly was just focused on trying to stay out of the wall. That was the biggest thing. Those first 2 runs we had, I was real focused on trying to save tires. and ended up on that last run just burning him up a little bit too much. If I'd have saved what I saved the first 2 times, I feel like I'd have had a better shot at Doran, but he was definitely the class of the field tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And he did a great job, but man, I tell you what, you did a great job as well, coming home second. You get the rest up and get ready for the playoffs here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Shout out to my buddy Michael Bussell on getting on the podium as well.
Yeah, again, a great run for both of you guys, and y'all did wonderfully here.
I do appreciate it, sir.
Alrighty, man. We will see you in just a few weeks, brother.
All right, have a good one.
Alright. Well, we're just kind of piecemealing this thing, Brandon. So who do you want to pull next? You want to go with the winner, or do you want to go with the playoff driver?
Why don't we go with the winner first?
Alright, we'll go with the winner, Luke.
Why don't we tell him about the exciting battle we sat here and watched?
We will do that. Hey, Luke, it's Matt up here in the booth. Well,
He's not in here just quite yet. Hang on 1 second.
There we
Now
go,
he
we
is.
got him. Hey, Luke, it's Matt and Brandon in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you.
Oh, man. Another victory lane for that number 4 machine.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get it. I slapped the wall pretty hard. I thought it was going to be too damaged to keep going.
Well, man, you did a wonderful job to keep it rolling.
Yeah, I couldn't decide on that last caution we had if I was going to fix some of the damage. I came down and I had like 2 minutes optional. I decided to fix some of it.
Yeah, you know, damage can hurt you so bad here. You know, damage can kill you here if you're not careful.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised when I pulled it into the pits. It don't, you know, it being so much damage, I didn't think I'd be able to. I was running second for like 20 laps with that much damage.
Yeah, well, and there you go. And early on in the night, it seemed like you could run Brandon down on the long run, but he'd get away from you on the short go.
Yeah, every time I get to him, the caution would come out.
Yeah,
So
we were actually just talking about that too during the race. Every time you would get to his bumper, the yellow flag would fly.
Yeah, I figured it was going to happen at the end too. He was really fast on the long run. I don't know if he was just abusing his tires or because I was saving mine the whole time and I could get back to him. But then once I got within a second or so, he could kind of keep me from behind him for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and it seemed like, too, do you think passing was kind of the hard part here as well?
But it's not hard to pass here. It's hard to pass without knocking somebody into the fence. So, you know, you hope a guy, you kind of try and race people the right way throughout the race and let them go if they get to you and do the same just to, you know, and hope that they do the same for you when you get to them, because guys racing side by side lap after lap, it ain't gonna work out.
Yeah, 10-4, man. This is a crazy place to come race for sure, man. Each and every time we're here.
Yeah, it's real easy to knock the wall down. I feel like everybody got damaged. That's the only reason I was able to win with about a minute and a half worth.
Well, man, well, again, congratulations on the win, and good momentum going into the playoffs.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy, we're going to let you go. Have a great night, Luke.
All right, you guys too.
All right, well, I got an update, Brandon. Here we go again.
Why don't we get Jacob in here?
Well, before we do that, I got a bit of an update. So, the admin messaged me, and it looks like the reason why the 85 came to pit road, he lost focus and thought it looks to be that he may have come in a lap sooner than what he thought the race had ended, basically.
Wow. So he thought he came in under a checkered, but he came in under a white.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Let's get Jacob Warbley. Jacob Bunny, it's Matt and Brandon in the booth. Get out a copy.
10-4.
Holy cow, my man. Can you believe it?
I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you.
I
started.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I started the last lap. I was kind of upset, you know. It didn't look good. I mean, well, coming to the white flag, I guess I seen the Shirley or whatever. I seen him headed down pit road, and then I was like, well, I didn't know if that was him. I thought it was him, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Either he blew a tire, hit the wall. I don't know what's going on. But then I come back around and I'm still fighting Bruce for the last spot. Like I have to beat him if that position does matter, if that was him. And I honestly, even whenever I got across the line and it said I finished 6th, math in my head, you're like, okay, I think I made it, but you don't know. You just waiting for the official announcement, and then I'm like, well, I don't know. Did it really matter? I mean, did it count? I don't know. But crazy. I don't even know. I went from like down in the dumps, like upset, to kind of like there's hope, to now I'm getting told I'm in. I'm pretty happy. I mean, like I said, I can't thank anybody but the Lord for that. That wasn't luck. That was some help from the Lord right there.
And for man, like, and I don't know if you know this or not, and I don't think. I'm pretty sure from your update I got, you're from Lynchville, Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you don't know is, out of the guys in the league, you're the closest guy to me. I'm down here, I'm just below you about an hour and a half. So, you're kind of a hometown driver in this league. So, the last lap, any semblance of professionalism went right out the window.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Man, like I said, I didn't get too excited. Yeah, Brandon, sorry about that. What's going on?
I sat here, I crunched the numbers for the last 20 laps. We knew the battle before it was even announced.
It was insane, Jake.
Oh,
God.
All I know is I raced my butt off there. I knew in my head, the last 50 laps, you're kind of crunching the numbers yourself as a driver, but you got to go out there and race. And I'm like, okay, I need to finish here. Well, Alan got by me, and I'm like, okay, it's not looking good. And then, like I said, when the 22, Bruce is catching me, and I'm like, well, I still need to finish ahead of him just in case something does happen here. And then when I seen that happen, I'm like, I gotta finish ahead of him. I gotta, and I still raced him clean. I wasn't gonna do anything dirty to make it, but I couldn't believe it. And I like I said, I gotta thank the Lord for making it. And I really, even as excited and as happy as I am upset for Nick. I've known Nick for many years. I've raced with Nick on Xbox, PlayStation, everything. I've known him for over 10 years, and I really do hate that for him to miss like that.
Yeah, as exciting as it was, and a high for you to get in, there's also a low for Nick, man. That's just so unfortunate on him.
Yeah. I hate it for him. I really, like I do. Like I said, if it hadn't happened, then I'd be in that position. And I know how it feels. You don't like to not succeed, or you don't like to have things not go your way. And it's just upsetting because you go out here and you try to do your best to win every race. And sometimes it don't go that way, and sometimes you have bad luck. And I feel like I've had a lot of bad luck this season. Other than that Talladega race, I got lucky in tonight again. Just circumstances just seem to play out my way, and I just can't believe it. I'm happy, and as happy as I am, I do feel bad for Nick. I hate that for him.
Oh man, well man, congratulations. We're gonna let you go, buddy. Congratulations on making the playoffs, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Matt, I just want to say before I go, I want to thank you for putting on these. Brandon, I want to thank you for being here tonight. I know this is your first one, but thanks for being here. I want to thank Skylar for putting on the league.
It was my first one, but it was probably the most exciting one.
I'm glad we can make it exciting for you. And right before, guys, I just want to thank Skylar for putting on the league. Thank all the drivers for a good regular season, and I want to thank my wife for allowing me to do this like always.
And for man, congratulations, Jacob.
Oh, thanks, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, I'm gonna bring up the admin right quick. We're gonna handle. Hey, Tristan, buddy, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So we got an official in the booth with us. So we're going to wrap this up tonight in a very different way, Tristan. And
Okay.
I wanted to put it on air because it's the honest truth. Earlier this week, Tristan, we made the kind of mutual decision next season that I wasn't going to be broadcasting and I was going to be racing in it. But, yeah, man, you guys go out with a bang with 6 more to go after tonight. Have you ever... Like, that's all I can say. I've never seen a race like this play.
I was about to say this. I felt pretty secure in the playoffs as the race went on because I pretty much ran top 5 the whole race. Ran pretty consistently the last few weeks and barely made it, even though I missed 2 races. But everything going on behind me was pretty crazy. We had Skyler since he was having some troubles. He was running the live points. He wasn't on the track. So he told us that if Jacob finished 6th or better, he would be in based on the tiebreaker. So when he was in 7th, I just thought he was out, especially going into the last lap. I guess Shirley must have had a brain fart. I'm not sure what happened, but all I know is Jacob has a golden horseshoe shoved somewhere where the sun don't shine for that to happen to him.
Yeah, exactly. Now, question, man, because I don't even know if you know this yet, but I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Next season, I'll be out there racing. The competition level is insane.
Yeah, especially the first 2 seasons. We basically, me, Skyler, I hope there's probably a group of 5 or 6 that race in the league that we started way back in middle school on Xbox and PlayStation 4. And then we finally decided to get iRacing last year. We started with the 87 car and participation. After the first 2 seasons, it was nothing. iRacing is just kind of messed up that car in my opinion. So we went to the ARCA car this season and it's really growed. The competition's gotten better. Now you have Luke winning a lot of races. So I think he did an 87 league. He's learned this car now. So he's out there. He's a threat to win every race. So, but the competition has definitely gotten better. We got a tight knit group of guys. And hopefully we just keep growing the next few seasons. And I think we can be one of the bigger leagues on iRacing, so that's our goal.
Well, the funny part to it is you'll probably have 2 more cars next year because I know I'm coming. I know Mr. Brandon Ward here said he's something about him coming over and running. But there's 2 more.
Yeah, we definitely try to. We're always open to new drivers. I mean, the Holler Boys Racing guys, they joined 3 weeks ago. I think the week before the All-Star race. And it's unfortunate they can't really qualify for the playoffs because they missed the races, but the competition should be even better next year with them in the fold.
And man, well, again, I just wanted to bring you up publicly and say it's been, honestly, Tristan, a pleasure working together.
Yes, sir. We appreciate your loyalty to us, if I can talk. I was about to say we've shared our troubles with past broadcasters, and you've earned our respect and loyalty. Just unfortunately, we had to go into a different direction. But if we ever do need another broadcaster, we know where to go.
Yeah, 10-4, man, and I'll be out there on track with you guys. Of course, who knows? There's some things we need to talk about. There may be some sponsors coming.
Yes, sir.
We need to talk about some things, but again, I just wanted to come up and say publicly, it's been a blast, guys. Anybody that wants to join a league that's really fun on a Saturday night, come join this one. And before I let everybody go here, Brandon, I'll tell you this, Tristan. Brandon shared with me off air before his show tonight. He pulled an 11-hour shift at work and came in here with me to call this thing, and he did a great job for his first show as well.
Yes, sir. You're a trooper for that. I don't think I would have the energy to do that. So,
I don't think I would either, but here I am.
I was about to say racing and the action-packed race that we just had, it probably gave you some energy rather than losing some. So,
I mean, it's now 12:30 my time, so.
10-4. With that being said, folks, for everybody here, thank you to all of our partners, Tristan, again. Great partners we've had all year. Thanks to all of them. I'm tired. Brandon's tired. Tristan, you're wore out from driving. Until next time, folks. Been Matt, Brandon, now Tristan with Extreme Sim TV. We will see you in 2 weeks, right, Tristan, for the playoffs.
Yes, sir. So, yep, we get a 1-week break, try to calm ourselves down, then go at it for 6 weeks.
All right, guys. See you in the playoffs. Holy cow, Tristan! I've never, dude.